Hello guys, how's it going? AlexTheGrumpyOne here. I hope you're well. Today I got a quick video for you on my new screen, mirror screen on Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, whatever you want to call it. So this is the screen from Lamtto. It's a decent sized screen, to be honest. I'm going to be fitting my Audi Q3 because the unit that I got on there is slightly out of date, and obviously I would like to use Android Auto on there, connect my phone to it and play the music and etc. and have the map available. I'm going to put a link in the description below to the official website and also 15% discount code for you. This thing is brilliant. It comes with the reverse camera as well in the kit here if you want to fit to your car. You don't need to, but if you want to, it's there. Obviously you got all the connections and mirror link as well to mirror your phone screen on there. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, obviously turn in, subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. So let's just do a quick unboxing here. So you got the unit itself. It's actually really light, to be honest. So you got the power button at the top here. Then you got all the connections here. So you got your AUX, you got micro SD, AV for the reverse camera, and your charger Type C. This is also detachable, so obviously it comes on the unit, but if you want, you can push it off. So it's nice and easy, and then clip it back on. This is adjustable, so if you undo it, you can turn it. The mount here itself obviously is quite flexible, so it depends what you're putting it on. So you remove the cover, you got double-sided tape there. There's also a spare one in the box. Then you got your reverse camera in this box, in the bag here, with the little cable that you need to attach to the reverse sensor and the main plug. So the cable is quite long to get obviously to the back of your car. Then you got another mount, obviously this is for the windscreen. So you clip it on, push it on, and it creates basically suction. So you got the adjuster there. You got another adjuster there, and obviously this bit as well, if you undo it, that's adjustable, and then that's the bit that clips in on the back of the unit. Then you got the cable for the charging. So this is your cigarette lighter one, which is BC, but if you want to hardwire it from the fuse or something like that, obviously you have to buy a different bit of cable. So this is the spare sticky for the base, for the main base. You got cable for AUX here, and a plastic trim removal if you want to hide the cable behind your trim. You got another double-sided sticky here, and you got a manual that I highly recommend going through. Right, so I think at this point we're ready to obviously get in the car, connect everything up, and I'll show you how quickly and easy it is to install the unit. Obviously I think the most important thing is to make sure you decide where you want the unit to be in the correct place, so it's obviously not affecting your view of the road. Right guys, obviously it depends on what car you got, but on Audi Q3 you got this screen here, and like I say, it's 2012, it hasn't been updated, and you haven't got Android Auto on it. So the idea is, I know some people might not agree, but what I'm thinking of doing actually is fitting this on top of the screen like there, which I think would look right for me personally, because if I want to open the other screen, it basically flips it down. So basically all I'm going to have is just that stuck on the back of the screen. So when it pops up, the idea is I can't see it anyway. So hopefully that will make it look, I suppose, tidy-ish. Right guys, you're gonna got the ignition on, gonna plug in the USB-C at the back here, and the screen should come on straight away. There you go, so that's all done, and that's your main screen. It looks quite tidy actually, all the main features are there. So if you want to adjust the brightness straight away, it's here. You can also adjust it on automatic one, dimming as well, Bluetooth. So this is for the speakers, the volume you can adjust on there, or on your control unit of your vehicle system as well. And then obviously you got a power button here. This is just to dim the screen, turn it off. It's still going to work. Home button is always there, but it takes you to this screen here. If you want to connect your iPhone or Samsung, you literally just press one, then it tells you how to do it. So Android Auto, and it tells you confirm, and then explains how to connect your phone to it, what you need to do, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and blah blah blah. So if you go back, and this is the important bit, audio output. So you got 4 options here, as you can see. So the speaker is actually the speaker from the unit, But like I said, the sound quality on this is not going to be as good as the sound speaker of your vehicle. So ideally you want BT audio. That's if you have got Bluetooth on the system in your car. If you haven't, then you do FM, which is where you match the old radio unit in your car to the FM transmission that you got on this unit here. Then it transmits the sound from this unit into your FM radio of what you're playing on your phone. And then you got AUX as well, which is where you connect the cable physically into the back of this unit and then into the audio system that you got in the car, and then it transmits the sound from here into your car through that. So that's important to make sure you got it set up correctly, because you might start playing music and it's not playing, and will be why, because you might have a wrong thing selected on here. So settings is nice and easy. You got reminder tone there, you got screensaver to set up when to turn it off after 30 seconds or whatever. The options are all there, or 1 minute. Auto dimming, this is what we're saying to you. You can adjust it all here, or what time you want it to dim when it gets darker. You got night brightness 25%, so you can change all of that, and you can obviously put it if you want it on or if you want it off. So I'll put it on. Driving position set up, in our case it will be right. And then languages, there's all the languages that you can have on there, but you already selected one when you were setting it up. Assist touch to correct everything, the service, and clear connections. This is to basically clear all the devices of this unit. So I'm going to do quickly is connecting the Android Auto to my phone, and then you'll see how easy it is to do it. Just obviously turn the Bluetooth on your phone and also the Wi-Fi, and it'll be nice and quick. Right, so let's connect this quickly. Obviously Bluetooth is on and it's already come up on here. So let's do the pairing. It comes up with the number that you got on the screen there. So it's saying, do you want to pair? So all I have to do is press pair, and it should come up on the unit itself in a second. Yep, it's already changing. And then obviously you have to accept it on your phone, continue, and it will come up on the screen. Obviously for the privacy, I'm not going to be connecting the map to this, the location, so that's going to stay like that. But everything else should be working now. So if you go to main screen, so obviously we don't need the phone now. I'm going to zoom into the screen and show you the quality of the screen and how obviously responsive it is. So obviously this is your main screen when it comes to Android Auto, as you're aware already if you ever used it. You got your voice control there, so just press the button and it starts listening to you. Obviously you have got the maps there, Amazon Music, whatever you got, your phone calls. If you press the button here, this is your phone menu on there. You can exit at any point to the main screen if you want to, but if you go back to here, obviously don't forget you can adjust all of this. But I've got Amazon Music on there, and I'm going to press play, not for too long because obviously the YouTube rights, music rights, but anyway. Now I think the sound is coming out actually from the unit itself. This is why I say it's important to set it up correctly. So you got this thing that you can put anywhere on the screen that you see there. So I'm going to put it on the side. I usually like to leave that there. So press it once and you got brightness, home button, and volume. So my volume's all the way down. So if I go up, so that's obviously playing from the speakers at the back of the unit. You can turn it off or mute it at any point. But obviously that's not really ideal because it's quite quiet. So what we're going to do is go back to home screen, and this is why I said you have to go to audio output and change it to BT audio, confirm, and I should start playing from the speakers of the actual car. There you go, that's connecting to it. It took a while for some reason, but anyway, so that's connected and it's coming out from the speakers of my car. So that's all good. You can adjust it from there. I'm going to pause it now. And yeah, this is pretty much it. Like I said, I want to show you now how quickly it is to turn it off. If you turn the ignition off and turn it back on, how long does it take to connect automatically to your phone, which is what I usually do on my videos anyway, just to display. I'm going to turn the ignition off. So ignition off, the screen went off. I'm going to turn it back on. So that's back on. I'm not doing anything with my phone. Obviously I'm going to wait now to see what happens. So Android Auto, and there you go, it's already connecting. So we're connected. At this point I can start playing music already. Turn it up. Lovely. It's all good. So that didn't take long at all. Right, one important thing about the obviously sticking this on, make sure the surface is nice and clean. If you got brake cleaner, just clean it up so there's no grease or anything. And it does say once you stick it on to leave it for 24 hours before you actually put the unit on and start using it, just to avoid obviously any issues with it coming on unstuck. So yeah, just do that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where I'm going to put it, because like I said, you open it up and there you go. It's nice and easy, it's out of the way. Right guys, I think this is pretty much it. I hope you found the video helpful. Like I said, you can install the whole thing in less than 3 minutes. I suppose the most difficult bit, well I wouldn't say it's difficult, is to find the right place on the dash to put this on so it's not in the way when you're driving. Like I say, you can remove it when you're not using it if you want to. The reverse camera can be the video part. If you're interested, you can comment below. So I hope you found the video helpful. I'm going to put the link in the description below for the unit, a couple of links, and also discount code 15%. It's not bad at all. So if you found the video helpful, comment below, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.